A long, bloody war.
The Trojans undefeated. Odysseus must win. Blinded by the war, his hopes just out of reach. Fighting, but for what?
Striving to hang on, but lost most of his men. Odysseus alone.
We face observe all the threads of life's changing weave.
Destiny waits him.
This story starts with a long, bloody battle between the Greeks and the Trojans.
A Trojan prince named Paris fell in love with a Greek woman named Helen. But Helen was already married to the king of Sparta. Paris could not control his love for Helen, so he kidnapped her inside the strong walls of his city, the city of Troy.
The Greek king was so angered that he waged war against the Trojans and vowed to bring Helen back to Greece. The Greek and Trojan soldiers fought for 10 long years. How will this battle for Helen end? Sit back and watch the clever Odysseus finally win the war against the Trojans, but more importantly, what he failed to do after the battle was won.
There must be something we haven't tried. We've attacked and attacked, but we just can't get past those walls. How dare they hold back the great Odysseus?
Great Odysseus? What we need is for someone on the inside to open the city gates and just let us in. Ha, imagine that. Walking right into Troy? Now that would be something.
That's it! We'll get inside and open the gates!
Odysseus, are you crazy? Haven't we been trying to do that for 10 years? Nothing has worked.
Let's go home while you still can. We have dedicated a decade of our lives to this war over Helen.
My good friends, never give up hope. When there's a will, there's a way, especially when it's my will. What if we somehow got a handful of soldiers into the city? Say they were in a box? They could sneak out at night and open the gates. We'd conquer the city in 10 minutes.
Yeah, right. Why don't I become the goddess Athena, fly in and open the gates for you?
Odysseus, how are you going to get a box full of soldiers past the Trojan guards?
Are you questioning me? I've got an idea. We'll get a giant wooden horse, as big as a great statue. We'll keep it hollow so that 20 soldiers can fit inside. The Trojans won't notice hollow, so they'll never look inside.
And I suppose you just happen to have one of those giant horses?
No, but our carpenter can make one. If he can make our powerful ships, he can certainly make this horse.
All right, then what?
We leave the gigantic horse right here on the beach. the Trojans will think it is an offering we made to the gods. They'll make them open up their gates and pull it right inside. A little trick will do what 10 years of fighting never could.
But where will our armies be?
We'll pack up our ships and leave. Only, we won't really leave. We'll just sail out of sight and wait till the horse gets taken inside Troy. Once we are inside, we will unlock the gates, give the signal to our soldiers in waiting, and march right in.
Okay, but the Trojans aren't stupid. After 10 years of fighting us, aren't they going to be mighty suspicious?
That is Plan B.
Plan B!
Weeks later, the Trojans awoke to a very strange sound. Silence.
The Trojan lookouts climbed to the top of their posts, on top of the walled city, to see what had happened in the Greek camp. They were shocked.
The Greek soldiers had disappeared. Alone on the beach stood a huge horse. The horse was wooden and almost as tall as the gates of Troy. It stood proudly and silently, as if it wanted to challenge the Trojans one more time.
When the Trojans heard the Greek people had gone, they started celebrating.
The war is over! We won! After all these years, 3 cheers for the boys in bronze. Oi, oi, oi!
Before we celebrate, let's make sure this isn't just a trick. Let's go see if the Greeks have really gone, and let's examine that wooden horse.
What could it be? Why would the Greeks build this, only to leave it behind?
Whatever it is, I don't like it. I've never trusted the Greeks, and I'm not going to start now. Let's burn this thing to the ground. It'll make a great bonfire.
Wait, we've just captured a prisoner.
Who are you, and where are the rest of your men? Tell us now and feel the points of our swords.
No need to threaten me. I'll gladly tell you everything you'd like to know about our rotting countrymen. I hope I get this right, or my fellow Greek soldiers are in a lot of trouble.
Are you a traitor?
No, I'm a survivor. Thank goodness you found me. The Greeks thought they would never win the war because the goddess Athena was mad at them. They thought if they made a human sacrifice to Athena, she'd be pleased. I was chosen to be that sacrifice. The Greeks went home, and I escaped.
A likely story. What about this ridiculously large horse?
It was meant to be a gift for Athena,
Why did they make it so big?
so you wouldn't be able to move it into your city. They didn't want you to get the credit and good luck from Athena.
Ha! We'll show them. We'll move this horse right into the center of our city, next to Athena's temple.
No, don't do it. Something seems wrong here. I don't trust the Greeks, especially when they bring us gifts. Let's kill the prisoner and destroy the horse!
Just then, two huge snakes reared out of the ocean surf and raced towards the men standing on the beach.
Before another word could be said, the serpents wrapped themselves around the suspicious Trojan soldiers.
As the other soldiers looked in horror, the serpent squeezed into them, then slithered off towards Athena's temple in the city.
Athena must have sent those snakes as a sign. Let us hear no more doubts. Take this horse into the city.
But the Trojans were wrong. Athena had not sent those serpents. Poseidon, the sea god who loved the Greeks, had sent the snakes to help trick the Trojans.
Helen, this whole war was started over you. Even though you belong to our enemies, you become like family to us.
Thank you. You have made me feel very welcome. Yet so much death and destruction, just because of me? I feel now that this should have never happened.
It's too late for regret. What's done is done, but we do need your help. Please come with me.
I'll do whatever I can.
What do you think of this wooden horse? Do you think it could be some kind of Greek trick?
The Greek soldiers can never be underestimated. Only they would think to say, hide some soldiers inside.
Do you think the soldiers are inside?
I have a test that will let us know for sure. I know the Greeks. I will speak as if I am their wives, and if they truly have hearts, they won't be able to resist saying something back. Do you remember our place, my house? Someone told a road may come by its door, and your wife, whose beauty was like nothing you'd seen before. But she left in search of glory and left us alone, all alone. Remember your way, remember your home. This is not a trick. Go on with the celebrations. The city of Troy is victorious.
That was tough. I had to stuff my mouth full of cloth to not cry out to Helen when she was singing.
Quick, you go unlock the gates. The rest of us will light as many fires as we can. The flames will signal our ships to return.
The Greeks carried out the chores in deadly silence. By the time the Trojans awoke to smell of smoke, it was already too late.
The city is in chaos! Those Greeks must have been the cause of this.
Right you are!
The Greeks held the groggy Trojans at bay and once again a flood of Greeks burst into the city of Troy.
What followed was the always undecided war. Many people, children, and women and men alike set prepare for victorious Greece. Helen was finally returned to the where she was reunited with her husband.
The great Odysseus won the Trojan War. No one could have done what I just did. No one will ever dare challenge me now. My name will live on forever as the greatest warrior on earth. Come now, men, and let us celebrate my great victory.
Poor Odysseus. After 10 brutal years of battle, he didn't learn any true lessons.
Did he alone win this battle? What about his fellow comrades? What about the help from the gods?
The story of Odysseus cannot end here. Weary from years of battle, but still too proud to acknowledge those around him. Odysseus was about to begin the greatest odyssey of his life.
After a long and bloody Trojan War, Odysseus and his men were finally victorious. During the days of celebrating that followed, though the Greeks completely forgot to thank their gods for bringing them victory.
The
gods get angry when humans don't say thank you. To punish the Greeks, the gods sent strong winds that blew the Greek ships off course as they made their long voyage home. The warriors quickly became lost at sea.
Just when all hope was lost, a little gust of wind blew a tiny window in the fog. A lookout shouted that land was ahead. Ahead of them was a beautiful green island. High above them, on a cliff, they could hear a waterfall. They saw goats and other animals.
How beautiful! The gods must have brought us here to make up for our bad luck getting lost at sea. I've never experienced such strange winds before.
Let's hunt some of those tasty-looking goats, fill our bellies, and set sail for home.
Before we leave, I'd like to know who lives on this island. Let's do some exploring.
Great idea. Let's bring a few jugs of our wine and enjoy the sound of the waterfall. Look at this huge cave and the huge boulder beside its entrance.
It looks as though animals are kept here. Perhaps whoever lives here makes cheese from animals' milk.
I think we have seen enough. Why don't we bring some goats and some cheese for our journey? We can leave our wine as payment and be on our way.
Not so fast! Look at that huge fire and massive chair. Whoever lives here must be a giant. I've never seen a giant before. Let's stay and take a good look at him so we'll have some good stories to tell our children when we get home.
If we ever get home. What's that sound?
Quick, to the back of the cave and hide!
Those sheep are as big as cows. What is behind them?
Whatever it has completely blocked the light up from outside.
And it's starting a fire. Now we can get a better look at this creature.
There it is.
Look how hideous.
I've heard of one-eyed beast like that. It's a cyclops.
Could it be Polyphemus?
You mean the son of Poseidon?
Some say he eats men.
The Cyclops was massive, with arms and legs the size of oak trees. He had one eye right in the center of his forehead.
We can't let Polyphemus see us. We must stay hidden until morning. When he lets his sheep out, we will try to escape.
Ben, I forgot to mention that I'm allergic to sheep. Achoo!
Who's there? Show yourselves! An intruder in my lair? Speak now and let me see. Oh, hello, little men. Won't you dine with me?
Actually, we just ate and must be on our way. But thanks for the invite. Maybe next time.
Stop! I say that you'll be my guest. Stay and talk and get some rest. You must be tired from your climb. You rest while I prepare to die. The wind upon the sea is blowing, so I can see that you'll not be going. The weather below used to roar, so I'll close the door.
That was our only way out.
We are just trying to find our way home, but fate brought us to this island. We are just friendly travelers. Remember, it's good luck to be nice to travelers.
But to please the gods, I must be a good host. It would be my pleasure if you would dine with me. Will you dine? Will you dine? Will you dine with me?
Okay, man, it's time to fight.
What was that? A fight? That just whets my appetite. Not just yet, I have to go. Soon I'll return and the wine will flow.
Why did I think exploring this island would be a good idea?
Well, my friends, it's been nice knowing you. We've been through a lot. We've fought Trojans for 10 years, and now we're going to be breakfast for a Cyclops. We've definitely had lives filled with adventure.
We can't just sit here and wait to be eaten. We must do something.
But we can't kill the Cyclops. He's the only one strong enough to move the rock away. If he dies, we'll be trapped in this cave.
We face the wind and rain.
We face the bitter cold.
We've lived through many things
That would make a young man old.
We fought nightmarish Trojans.
We've battled many a man.
If you ask us if we're able to face
Danger, we will, we can.
It's true. We've had our share of trials.
There's a hill, we'll climb it.
if there's an obstacle,
We'll clear it.
If there's danger,
We'll face it.
And when we are caught,
We'll stand by each other.
as we would beside a brother.
no one will be left alone.
so we'll put aside our troubles, and together we'll be triumphant. Triumphant!
I've got a plan.
When Polyphemus returned to the cave, the men were ready for him.
Little men, shall we dine again?
Oh, great Cyclops, sir. We are very sorry we've trespassed on your property. Please accept a gift from us.
A gift? For me? This couldn't be. I'll accept this gracious thought. Now let me see what you've brought.
Some delicious wines go with scrumptious cheese. Please accept and be merciful to us.
Now this wine was very strong stuff. People always added 20 gallons of water to each jug because a cup of pure wine would melt their feet. Polyphemus, though, was offered the whole jug of pure wine. He downed the whole thing in one gulp.
Would you like another jug?
Yes, more! More! What's your name, stranger?
Oh, Dick! Nobody. My name is Nobody.
Speak up. My hearing is not as good as usual today.
I said my name is Nobody.
Nobody? Nobody's not a name.
Yes, kind friend. My name is Nobody.
Nobody? You can't fool me. Nobody's not a...
Now what shall we do?
We can't kill him. He's the son of a god, and we need his strength to push the rock aside.
But if he cannot see us, we can escape.
If
he cannot see us? Yes, if he is blinded and cannot see us, escape will be ours. Raise that log from the fire. One, two, heave!
Oh, my eye!
But are we still trapped?
Have patience. Polyphemus must take his sheep to graze.
So?
We will leave with the sheep. Each of you must hold on to the underside of a sheep. Let it carry you up, but don't let Polyphemus touch you, or we'll all be dead men.
You wicked little men, where did you go? You can't escape even after this blow. I'll keep you trapped in this pen, you dirty, filthy little men.
That's a bad idea, Polyphemus.
When Polyphemus let out his big sheep the next day, the men slung themselves under the gigantic sheep and grabbed hold of their thick wool, making sure to stay out of reach of Polyphemus.
It's strangely quiet in here. Nobody? Do you hide in fear? Asleep now, are you, little men? No matter. I must tend my sheep again.
Man, that's our cue. Hide amongst the sheep. Quick now, go!
What is that now? What's that smell? From the fragrance I can tell. Nobody? Is that you? What foolish trick are you trying to do?
Back to our ship. Back.
What? Human stench? And how did you get out?
Run!
Father, help me! I've been tricked and I've been blinded. Who's winded you so, Clothmus? Who's done this to you? Nobody! Nobody has blinded me! Did you say nobody's blinded you? Yes, Father, nobody's blinded me. Well, if nobody's blinded you, it must be the will of Zeus that has caused this ruin. I cannot help you.
Ha! Polyphemus! Mighty Cyclops! It is I, Odysseus, who has made a fool of you.
Be quiet! If you taunt and brag, the gods will definitely punish you.
The gods have delivered us from the Cyclops. There will be no punishment for us.
Odysseus! Odysseus! I hate you forever and I will make you pay. Great father Poseidon, it was Odysseus. What is it, my son? Odysseus is blind you? My son, my poor son!
Odysseus! Odysseus! Foolish mortal, feeble human, face the wrath of the mighty sea god. Waves, winds, wreckage, ruin, timbers, cracked, cargo strewn, shovel, shattered, splinter, scattered, glass, break, plead, pray, strive, fail, struggle, drown!
Most of the crew was lost during these terrible attacks. And yet, after all this, Odysseus has still not learned his lesson. The gods weren't quite finished with Odysseus yet.
A horrid storm.
The ship's store's lost.
No food.
The men are all but broken souls.
Strong, deadly waves.
A blinding fog.
Lost at sea.
The men are all but broken souls.
Some of the crew did survive the wrath of Poseidon.
But did Odysseus yet learn the necessary lessons about true character?
The gods did not believe so. They had more in store for Odysseus, so they brought him to another island to learn his lesson once and for all.
We have rowed and rowed for days, but we are no closer to home than we started. We are exhausted, and and starving.
And our supplies are running very low.
Let's get some rest and food here on this island, but we must be smart about it. Go see if the islanders are peaceful. Try to be back before sunset.
Aye. When the men looked for food and shelter, they discovered a cave covered with vines.
They saw animals, lions and wolves.
But they were playing like cats and dogs.
This is not normal. I think the gods are playing with us again. Let's get back to the ship. Wait a minute, a woman inside is singing. I haven't heard the sound of a woman's voice for such a long time.
Let's go talk to her. Maybe she can help us find some shelter and food.
I don't know. This seems like a bad idea. Hello there, sailors. I can see that you've had a hard voyage. But my home is your home. Come, have some wine and cheese, some bread and honey. There. Are you much more comfortable? Oh yes, boo. But we won't want to make pigs of ourselves. What an interesting choice of words. Welcome, sailors, stretch out your legs. Don't feel so anxious. There is plenty of room here. I've just been waiting. Here are the chairs. Here are the glasses. Taste this rich mixture. Wine, sweet barley. Once it hits you, you'll feel much better. Once you've had a taste, drink, it will heal you. Drink, it will warm you. Drink, it will change you. Drink this wine, wash away the brine, and all that is mine. Relax and feel your blood warm as you turn to swine. Foolish men. I must get back to the ship. The gods had played their part yet again.
The crew's in dire straits. That is plain.
Yet all is not lost, for the mortals may have something to gain.
Where is Odysseus? Where is Odysseus? Which way shall I go? Odysseus!
What's the matter, my worrying friend?
We went to a house. Singing was heard. Oh, so sweet. Odysseus. We could not resist. The door cracked open, and then she gestured with a smile. She bade the men come in. I saw her offer wine, and then, my lord, and then?
And then?
They became swine.
Swine? Explain, Eurylochus. This cannot be.
Your men are no longer men. They are beasts. They are pigs.
Eurylochus, tell me something I don't already know.
No, I'm serious. They really are pigs.
Eurylochus, you begin to insult my men?
My lord, I do not jest. Your men are no longer men. They have been turned into beasts.
Oh gods, curse you all! What have I done to deserve such fate? I fought in glory, but now the gods challenge my every move.
Odysseus?
No more, Eurylochus. I need time to think.
Odysseus!
What is this I see before me? Have my wits finally left me?
No, my friend. You are sane.
Then what are you?
I am Hermes, sent by Athena. I can help you.
O great Hermes, messenger of the gods, I do not wish to be the playthings of the gods anymore.
You don't want to be our playthings? Mortal, you do not dictate what the gods decide.
Our comrades have been captured by the evil sorceress. They will be lost forever unless we do something.
My strength is my will and my sword, and I must trust in that now in order to save our brothers.
Your will and your sword are false comforts. Mortal, you know not what to do.
You are right. I do not know the fate, but no mortal does, so I must trust in myself.
Trust in yourself? What hubris! Arrogant human. Do you truly believe you can outwit that sorceress?
I must, my lord.
O brave Odysseus, listen to the messenger. He brings you true news.
I come with a message. Heed these words. You are going to meet the sorceress. Be careful. Circe's isle this is. She protects and guards her domain, yet she is not without fears, nor without wants. But if you listen, if you follow my instructions, if you believe.
Yes, my lord. I will listen.
Circe will try to enchant you with her drink and with her charm. I can only give you this potion against her drink. You must use your wits against her charm, and use your sword when she begs for her life. Do not discuss, demand. Oh yes, brave men, now it is a time to demand of a sorceress, for if you do not, your men will be lost.
We will not forget this, great lord.
The gods play.
Men play.
Hermes has not told all, but he has told the truth. Will Odysseus remember? Will Odysseus remember?
Who dares?
I dare. I am Odysseus.
Mortal, you know not what you do?
We are looking for a group of men that passed this area early this morning. Have you seen them?
They wouldn't be hard to miss. Loud, hungry. They act a bit like pigs.
It is I. She's enchanting beyond measure.
O great Odysseus, O handsome man, for I did not know. You've traveled far.
I have seen much.
Welcome, sailors, stretch out your legs. Don't feel so anxious. I've been waiting. Here is a soft chair and a wine glass. Taste this mixture, wine and barley. Once it's in you, you'll feel better.
A fine wine?
The best.
Smells intoxicating.
Extremely.
I don't think that we've had a wine such as this.
O great men, I know you have not.
To the drink of life!
To the drink of death!
Oh, sorcerers, you have played enough games. They end now.
This is not possible! You are not gods!
No, but with the help of Hermes, the fates are shining on us today.
Kill me and your friends lose their mortal lives, doomed to be pigs!
Give us back our men!
Did you think it would be that easy? For I will free your comrades on one condition.
What condition? Remember, you are in no position to demand anything at this point.
Oh no! Odysseus is negotiating with the sorceress. Hermes said, do not discuss, demand! I must get out of here before she captures us both.
O great Odysseus, friend of the gods, the condition I ask is small. The condition is that you stay with me. Not too long a year to recover, not long, just a year to recover. That's not too long a year.
Another year.
To recover.
Away from our home.
To recover. Isn't a year with me worth the lives of your friends?
Each year is precious. We need to return.
Only 1 year. I promise you, Odysseus, it will be pleasant here. But if that year is turning, your heart still yearns to roam. After a year, you'll be free to go home. That I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you.
Release my men, and you will have your year.
Oh, what folly to trust a sorceress.
The promise is based upon Odysseus' resolve, his strength,
And his memory. Yes, his memory.
Forget, forget, forgotten. A year has passed, and now an old familiar face returns.
Will Eurylochus have the strength to free Odysseus from Circe's grasp?
Will Odysseus have the resolve to leave his life of luxury behind?
Greetings.
Do we know you?
Yes, you do.
Well, what concerns you on this fine day?
It's time to go home.
Home? But this is our home.
Fool! You don't remember, but Greece is our home. You have forgotten.
I'm sorry, but you must be confused.
Kindly leave us now to do our work, and you will find no trouble. time to go home. A year has passed. It is time for us to leave now. Fulfill your promise.
What are you talking about?
The promise you made, to let us return home.
Home to our families.
Home to our children.
Home to Greece.
Are you challenging me? This is your home. You have no families. There is no Greece.
We do not challenge.
You made a promise, and by the gods we will hold you to it.
You're right. I made a promise, and I shall hold it true. Goodbye, Odysseus.
You saved me, dear friend. You saved all of us. So much time wasted, so many lives lost because of my arrogance. Why can I not see then when I see so clearly now? Come on, let us go home and pick up the pieces of what's left of our lives.
Odysseus and his men sailed off from that island and set sail for home once again.
Odysseus and his men told their stories of battle, adventure, and lessons learned about true character.
Even today, we remember the bold spirit of Odysseus and his men when we call a difficult journey an odyssey.